To get a whole TV show out of a beloved anime series is amazing. To get the LEGO sub-team out of that TV show is spectacular. LEGO seems to have done it again and smartly chose to go ahead and release the One Piece sub-team. The first sets are scheduled to release on the 1st of August this year, and they do have a few interesting choices in there. Let's quickly go over the sets of the first wave. We have Windmill Village Hut, 299 pieces and 3 minifigures for €30, quite a normal price. This set depicts the beginning of Luffy's story, and you can see him there with his devil fruit, and yes, Shanks is included as well. It's a small build and it introduces people to the universe, and I think the price point is right to the nose for this. Next is Buggy the Clown's circus tent. If you've watched the show, that episode is the first one where you kind of see the different powers that the devil fruits can bring. 573 pieces for €50 with 4 minifigs as well. Again, the set sticks close to the narrative of the series with Luffy, Zoro, Nami and Buggy the Clown himself. You can recreate the creepy battle with the clown while he dismembers himself and attacks you with body parts. Going now a bit bigger, we have Battle at Arlong Park, 926 pieces and 5 minifigs for €80. We're now diving into the Fishman battle arc, and I really like the choice of minifigs. Nami, Luffy and Arlong are included, of course. These three are central to the emotional climax of the arc, when we find Nami was practically a slave to Arlong and Luffy agreeing to help her with the epic "Of course I will!" On the side, we also have Usopp and one of Arlong's elite fisherman henchmen, yes, the one that looked like a top model. A really nice fan service done by LEGO. I do believe that fishman is the first of Usopp's real victories. Now we're going to go directly to the biggest set of the series, the Baratie floating restaurant. 3,402 pieces, 10 minifigures and the price of €300. The build is beautiful, the fish head on the restaurant is top notch. However, the overall color scheme is not anime accurate for those that do care. What I want to note is that this set has Garp and Mihawk, two beloved and awesome characters from the series. This set will probably do very well after retirement, as I can see some hardcore anime fans and collectors wanting to integrate it in their own thematic One Piece corner. However, the set that I really wanted to talk about today is the last one, the Going Merry ship. 1,376 pieces, 5 minifigs representing the initial Luffy crew and the price of €130. When I saw the pictures, I was mesmerized. Why? Well, out of all the sets from the One Piece sub-team, Baratie and Going Merry are the only ones that truly look good and are worthy to be displayed. One might say that they actually match, as you can display them both at the same time, the Straw Hat Pirates visiting Baratie. The Going Merry pirate ship set also is on a reasonable price point that makes it work as gift, and any young fan of One Piece will be delighted to get this in LEGO form. But that's not all the reasons why I like this set. You see, I always try to look at the sets that LEGO releases through the lens of previous successes and failures. And pirate ships do have a history of being extremely successful and sought after in LEGO form. Let us analyze a bit of the historical data first. The first thing I did was search for the pirate ship keywords in all of the LEGO releases. This quickly led me to two sub-themes, namely Pirates and Pirates of the Caribbean, that had previous pirate ship releases. Some of the sets here are known to most of you, but let's quickly go over them. Set 6286 Skull's Eye Schooner, released in 1993 with a retail price of €111, and the set is now selling for around €2,000 to €3,000 new in box. Set 6290 Red Beard Runner, released in 2001 with a retail price of €88, and the set is now selling for €750 on average. Set 10040 Black Seas Barracuda, released in 2002 with a retail price of €90, and the set is now selling for between €1,000 and €2,000. Set 10210 Imperial Flagship, released in 2010 with a retail price of €150, and the set is now selling for between €1,000 and €1,900. Set 4195 Queen Anne's Revenge, released in 2011 with a retail price of 130 euros, and the set is now selling for between 540 and 2500 euros with an average price of 900 euros. Set 4184 The Black Pearl, probably the best known pirate ship released by LEGO ever. Released in 2011 with a retail price of 100 euros and is now selling for between 400 and 2200 euros with an average price of 1100 euros. And lastly, the Brick Bounty, set 70413, released in 2015 with a retail price of 100 euros and is now selling for an average of 300 euros. I know, that was a lot of info, but the point I want to make is that pirate themed LEGO sets have consistently appreciated in value, especially after retirement. Now, One Piece isn't a pure pirate theme, it's more of a fantasy adventure with pirate elements, much like Pirates of the Caribbean. But that works in its favor. Let's not forget One Piece is extremely popular, and honestly, saying that might even be an understatement. By August 2022, it had over 500 million copies in circulation in 61 countries and regions worldwide, making it the best-selling manga series in history and the best-selling comic series printed in a book volume. The franchise has grossed 21 billion to date compared to Pirates of the Caribbean's 8 billion, and this is easily researched data. Sure, you might sell well. Outside of the Netflix adaptations, I have had no idea about One Piece. But on the same note, did you know Toy Story was a 21 billion franchise as well? So some things do fly under the radar. Keep in mind also that no new releases have been announced for Pirates of the Caribbean, while Netflix's second season for One Piece is highly anticipated. And if the series is successful, there is a lot of story to go through, easily enough for 6 or 8 new seasons. And now, let's get back to our target audience and look at it a bit. Young One Piece fans will want this. Expect lots of parents to look for this set exactly after its retirement because lots of kids will just have found out about One Piece and want this ship. Expect lots of young adult fans to fork out the cash for themselves, as 140 euros is something any student can save during the next year, let's say, to treat themselves to this gift. And then, for hardcore adult fans, this is really a day one buy for sure, with a very affordable price point. In closing, let's get back to the actual ship. The build is very accurate to the Netflix series. The ram's head, which is the centerpiece of the ship, is beautifully done. We see that they even adapted a spot for Luffy to sit, which is again a big nod to the fans. Usopp is up there looking over the surroundings while Nami is in her navigation spot guiding them towards the Grand Line. Zoro is in his corner shining his swords probably while Sanji cooks for them. As a play scale, this ship is absolutely able to be used for children roleplay of the crew, and it even has a functioning cannon. One of the most eye-catching elements of the set is undoubtedly the stunning sail, which appears to be faithfully recreated straight from the anime series. Its unique design and strong visual appeal make it a true centerpiece, and I anticipate that this specific part will become highly desirable among collectors and fans alike. It's likely to be one of the most sought-after components from used sets that eventually will find their way onto platforms like eBay, where rare and distinctive pieces often fetch premium prices. There is no doubt in my mind that this set is near perfect when it comes to representing all the different details that make the Going Merry, the first proper ship of the Straw Hat Pirates, a very exciting addition to a fan's collection. It's extremely accurate to the movie, has a reasonable price point, and has all the essential minifigs a fan wants. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope the information presented here was useful to you. If it was, leave a like, comment and subscribe to our channel to show your support. Happy hunting!